I was touring in Japan last fall with my friend Lisa Hannigan, who I mentioned before, who I think is, she's a spectacular artist and a deep and wonderful person. And I had been really busy before the tour, and I was really on a need-to-know basis. I had no idea where we were going on this tour. I just knew how long I was going to be gone. I knew the flight on which I was leaving. I just figured I'd get on a plane and I'll land in Tokyo and somebody will pick me up. They'll be very polite. They'll put me in a car and they'll take me somewhere. And that's usually how it happens. But the afternoon before I departed, I was printing out my tour itinerary and I was looking at the list of cities where we'd be playing. And I was sitting in the kitchen with my wife and I was completely stunned to see on the itinerary that we were going to be playing in Hiroshima. I didn't know that that was a show that could be played. I really didn't think of that as a tour stop. You know, it looms so large in our own cultural narrative here in America. You know, it stands, you know, as an unprecedented marker of, you know, our violence and fear and brutality, and not ancient history. You know, my parents' lifetime. And I was looking forward to going, but I was deeply afraid to go. I don't know, I just couldn't imagine myself standing up in front of the people of Hiroshima and thinking that I might entertain them with songs. But once we got there, I tell you that the people were so warm and open and invested that it was, it literally took my breath away. And at one point during the show, I felt the need to say something about it, and I found that I couldn't. I began to weep as soon as I began to address the audience. There were people who were in their mid-teens. There were people in the audience who were 80. I'd never had a moment like that in my life. And when I stood on the stage, when I found that I couldn't speak, I found myself playing a song I had written and had not played or listened to in a decade or more. I just found myself playing it. I felt like it was what I had to offer, and I offer it to you now with thanks. Well, I'd like to see your badge. Who are you to be so brave? With one arm free to catch yourself, and you're using it to wave. Who are you to be so strong that you can't leave it all behind? Laughing in your sleep and trusting in the kindness of the world. Smokestack clears his chest and he coughs into his sleep, saying I'll outlive the best of you. And with your widow dance and grieve, we'll keep your name alive, and I'll keep your darling warm, believing all we read and trusting in the kindness of the world. For I saw Davy twist and shout, I saw Davy draw a crowd, I saw Davy raise his head, and I heard him cry out loud. saw Davy climb a tree to be nearer to his Lord. Now we're sending up his meals, the only kindness we afford. Come every New Year's Eve, I'm always sitting here while baby shines her shoes and she spits into my beer. But tonight I feel I'm floating 4 minutes at a time, just listening to the bells and trusting in the kindness of the world. And tonight I feel I'm floating 4 minutes at a time, just listening to the bells and trusting in the kindness of the world. Thank you. I'll see you again.